Are you tired of seeing the same 5 overhyped fragrances being recommended again and again? Cause girl, me too. In today's video, I'm actually sharing 10 unique hidden gem perfumes that I think smell amazing, that I also think more people should know about because they're not being spoken about enough. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then keep on watching. Hi guys, my name is EJ and I've spent the past 10 years collecting over 600 bottles of perfume, and my goal on this channel is to help you discover fragrances that you're going to love. And in today's video, we're talking all about hidden gem perfumes. Let's get into it. So the first perfume I want to talk about today is Loewe x Paula's Ibiza Cosmic. When you hear about Loewe perfumes, you typically hear about the ones that are strictly Loewe perfumes, and I personally am not a fan of those. I haven't found anyone that like made me super excited, but I do love their collaboration with Paula's Ibiza. They have like 3 or so perfumes in this line. This one was my personal favorite. It's called Cosmic, and just from how the bottle looks, you can tell this is like a summer night type of perfume. It has notes of mango, it's woody, it's fruity, it's summery, there's some coconut in there, but it's a very well done, very sophisticated coconut. It's not like the sunscreen type of coconut, and it just smells really fresh and unique and summery, and it's definitely something that I'll be reaching for in the warmer months. I took this on my birthday trip last year to the Cayman Islands, and it was just the perfect kind of perfume for that kind of tropical, waterfront, beachside type of vacation. So yeah, if you're looking for a really great summer or vacation scent for this year, I would highly recommend Cosmic from Loewe and Paula's Ibiza. So the next perfume I have here is Transformation from the Harmonist, and this one is one of my favorites kind of everyday perfumes. It's fresh and aquatic, and it just smells clean in a good way. So I personally don't like soapy detergents type of clean scents. I rather something aquatic or something citrusy, and this is a really nice aquatic perfume, and the projection and sillage are really great. I remember one time I wore this to Memorial Park because I like to go on a walk on Saturday mornings, and so I was wearing this, and some lady that was walking behind me tapped me and she went, "I've been walking behind you for like 15 minutes now and you smell so good, I just had to tell you." And this was what I was wearing. So for me, it's just the perfect like clean, pleasant, you know, crowd pleasing perfume that's still unique, and I don't hear people talk about this nearly enough. So again, this is Transformation from the Harmonist. The next perfume I have here is Bodicia Victorious 1907. This is their collaboration with Neiman Marcus. I host a monthly fragrance lovers event. So this is one of the perfumes I took to my recent Frag Friends event, and the girls loved it. Everyone was like, "Oh, this smells so good, I need to try it out." And it's just one of those incredibly unique perfumes. This has cinnamon and citrus, but honestly, it has like 20 different notes in it. I feel like Bodicia Victorious does a great job of blending a ton of notes together and making them smell good. I love to layer this with pretty much any perfume in my collection because it brings a fresh, slightly spicy kick to whatever perfume you layer it with. And I also wore this to my M-Sculpt new appointment last week, and the technician was like, "Oh, it's not really good." And so I was wearing. So long story short, this is definitely a compliment magnet if you like fresh scents. And this is so funny because I'm not usually like a big fresh scent type of girl, but I really love what they did here with the cinnamon. It just really balances it out. So if you like fresh scents and you're looking for something kind of unique and something that people are going to notice, then 1907 is an amazing fragrance. I believe this was limited edition, so that's probably why it's not very popular, but I think it smells amazing, and it's one of my favorite perfumes from Bodicia Victorious. This is actually probably my favorite, like the #1 fragrance from that house in my opinion. So yeah, this is 1907 by Bodicia Victorious and Neiman Marcus. The next perfume I want to talk about is Domosa Millisi from the brand Liquid Imaginaire, and this literally smells like roses and champagne. It's very fresh, very bubbly, very effervescent. To me, it's the perfect perfume for like weekend brunches with the girls. It just smells fantastic and addictive. I honestly never thought I would love champagne in a perfume, but this is so good. So yeah, that is Domosa Millisi. This house actually does a lot of really great perfumes and I don't hear enough about them, so I really wanted to feature one of them in this video, and I'll say this is probably my favorite perfume from the house. The next fragrance I have here is Radical Rose Extrait from Matière Première. Radical Rose is like a sexy, mysterious, spicy rose. This has notes of patchouli and saffron and I believe black pepper. I'm actually not a huge patchouli fan, but for some reason it really works in this fragrance. I love the saffron. It's just spicy and it's nothing like I've ever smelled before personally, and I'm pretty sure it's nothing like you've ever smelled before. So if you like rose scents but you're looking for something kind of different or unique, this is a great option. And I personally prefer the Extrait because it lasts just a little bit longer. It has just a little bit better projection. This is, I would say, a winter perfume, but you can also wear it in the spring and summer at night time or layer it with something lighter, fresher and fruitier. The next perfume I have here is Vanilla Firenze from Gucci. I've never really tried many Gucci perfumes in the past and I just got this recently and this blew me away. It's one of the best vanilla perfumes I've ever smelled in my entire life, and that's saying a lot considering how many perfumes I own. But this is so unique. So the notes of this fragrance are black pepper, cardamom, myrrh, benzoin and bourbon vanilla, and it's like spicy and rich. Honestly, the first time I smelled this I was like, this smells expensive. It's such a well done vanilla. It's not overly gourmand, and I also think it leans more androgynous. I was saying in a previous video that if this perfume was a celebrity, that it would be Cynthia Erivo, because it just balances perfectly like the aspects of feminine and masculine. And yeah, that's what this perfume smells like. It smells really good and it has incredible, again, projection, sillage, longevity. I feel like all of the perfumes I'm talking about today have really great staying power and have really great projection. So yeah, that is Vanilla Firenze from Gucci, and it's probably my current favorite vanilla at the moment. I personally don't like overly sweet or overly gourmand vanillas, especially if I'm wearing them alone, but this is the kind of vanilla that I would absolutely wear by itself. The next perfume I want to talk about here is Oud Marakuja from Maison Crivelli. I feel like Maison Crivelli was the first brand to do like a tropical oud. A lot of the times when you come across an oud perfume, it's like spicy, woody, very intense, and prior to this I'd never seen a fragrance brand do a fruity tropical oud, but this is passion fruit and oud and it smells so good. Oh my god. And it's such a compliment magnet as well. I remember I wore this out to dinner with the girls, and the Uber driver, because I took an Uber to the dinner, and the Uber driver was like, wow, that smells really good. And it's like such a powerful, intense scent. Sometimes I put it on and I can still smell it on the clothes that I wore like days later, and which is very common with Maison Crivelli perfumes, right? But if you're new to oud, or you want to like dip your toes into the oud waters, I feel like this is a really great place to start, because it kind of softens. After the first few hours, it softens into something just delicious and memorable and a little bit tropical, and it doesn't smell overly oud heavy anymore. But yeah, this is Oud Marakuja from Maison Crivelli. The next fragrance I have here is Moroccan Med. I always forget how to say that, but it's Moroccan Med from Electimos, and this is a date forward perfume. So it has notes of dates and it's very sweet, but in a grown-up way. It's not like saccharine or like juvenile. Yeah, it's a delicious date perfume. If you're familiar with Electimos perfumes and you've tried Mercurial Cashmere, this is in the same family of scents. It's just like a sophisticated gourmand, and I actually love to layer the two of them together. So yeah, that's Moroccan Med. It's probably one of the newest perfumes in this video. I believe it just launched, so try to get your nose on it if you can. And then the next perfume I have here is Flamenco from Ramon Mongal, and this is a juicy, fruity rose perfume. It's actually one of my favorite rose perfumes in my collection. So this one has notes of raspberry, apple, rose, jasmine, iris, amber, cedar. There's a lot going on here, but it just smells delicious and nostalgic. I've run out of space. It just smells delicious and nostalgic, and it's the perfect summer night perfume in my opinion. So this is a Spanish house, and I actually picked up the hand cream version of this perfume while I was in Barcelona, and honestly this really captures the spirit of a Spanish summer. It's so warm and inviting and cool and relaxed, and I just think it smells fantastic. It's one of my absolute favorite rose perfumes of all time. So if you like rose and you're looking for something a little bit different from everything you've smelled before, because there's honestly nothing like this in my collection. I like this better than Delina, which is like the best rose perfume out there. So if you like perfumes like Delina, I would definitely recommend getting your nose on this one. If you also like fragrances like Guidance, but you don't necessarily like Guidance itself, I'll also recommend Flamenco. It's in that same kind of fruity, gourmand, vanilla rose, but I would say this is probably the best of the bunch if you're looking for something wearable and approachable for not polarizing. Because Guidance, while I love Guidance, it is polarizing, but this has all of the best parts of Guidance without the polarizing aspects of it. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Wanderlust from Oman Luxury. This smells like a forest in the best possible way, and it just smells like a forest and fruits. There's black currant in here that smells really unique. I love a fruity perfume, but I honestly don't have anything else like this in my collection, and it's so like captivating and intoxicating. I will say that this is probably like a masculine leaning fragrance. It's not girly by any means, but I really enjoy it because sometimes you just need that like masculine aspect of a fragrance, and to me, I love to layer this with all of my fruity perfumes, and it just adds something more interesting to them. So if you have any like fruity fragrances that are kind of basic, this can really take it to the next level. That black currant plus woody, kind of foresty, fresh spicy elements works amazing. And let me know if you want to see like my favorite layering combos, because I layer a lot and I have a few perfumes that I think are fantastic for layering. So let me know if you want to see that. But this is absolutely one of the most unique fragrances in my collection. So that's all 10 fragrances done. Let me know if there's anything here that you're interested in picking up. Let me know what unique fragrances in your collection you feel like more people should know about. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.